Verona zone in the north of Italy, where today we're going to be doing some home brewing. Given we can't leave the house for a coffee, we're making it at home. So today we're going to be looking at a Napoletana Flip Drip, which is comprised of 5 puddly pieces. The bottom chamber, we'll be putting the water. We also have the part in the middle, which as you can see has got large holes, which allows the water to pass through. That'll be placed into here, the coffee goes through here, our top filter with smaller holes. This will then be put onto the top, allowing the water to drip on through. Now, the Napoletana Flip Drip, as you may have guessed from the name, was invented in France. In 1819, it was actually a French invention. Somehow it made its way down to Naples, where it became quite famous. And was probably mostly used during the 40s and 50s. Even today, you do see some around, but not that many. It's actually quite strange because it's nothing more than a classic filter coffee. However, rather than a paper filter, we're using a metal sieve. That, of course, will mean that you will find a little more sediment, a little more body inside your cup of coffee. Now, originally, if we were in Naples, the coffee which would be used would probably be very dark roasted, dark, bitter, intense coffee. But for today's purpose, I'm actually going to use a natural Colombian. So to make our Napoletana Flip Drip, we're going to need, of course, our Napoletana Flip Drip, scales, a grinder, and there's a home grinder I'm going to be using. And in the future, I'll also be doing a video blog on the grinders. My ground coffee today, I put inside a thin filter, which comes from Vietnam. We won't make one of these today, but I intend to do so in the future. So what are we going to need? First of all, I'm going to take out my coffee. I've weighed it out. I've got about 19 grams of coffee, and it's going to be put inside my grinder. There we go. Now this coffee is actually roasted quite light, which makes it quite hard work to grind. This could take a while, so let's just do a magic cut when it's finished. Just like that. Alright, this comes off. And our coffee's in here. Alright, so with my bottom chamber, goes on top here. Just going to tear that. My water is set at 96 degrees. Of course, the water quality is also very, very important. You want to make sure that there's no chlorine or fluoride, which is often a problem with your home tap water. So this has been filtered first. I'm going to use 200 ml of water. Top chamber, here, I'm going to put that onto there. Right, how much coffee am I going to be using? Well, to 200 mils of hot water, I'm actually going to use a little bit more coffee than what would be recommended. The reason for this is, what, 14? The reason for this is this coffee is a lighter roast, which means it has a lot more density and therefore it's going to be heavier for a volume. Now if I don't have enough volume inside my filter, then I really risk the water not being able to percolate through correctly. So I've got 18.5 grams. And our top filter, the smaller holes, goes on through here. This top chamber goes on the top, and we're done. Now, often what would normally happen, if you didn't have a boiler, then this would be put on the heat source directly. Once it starts to boil, you see the steam come out and the people would then flip it over. This of course means your water is above the temperature you want to use. So we're actually looking for about a 96 degrees, 94, 96 degrees. I'm at 96, knowing the temperature's got to drop in the meantime. At this stage we can flip our flip drip and leave it there to percolate. Now I'll actually set the timer. This should take about 3 to 4 minutes. So what I'm trying to do is, just like any filter coffee, make sure that my water is taking flavour out of my coffee for the right amount of time to pull out the right balance of flavours I'm looking for. So like I said, this is a classic filtered coffee that you would make at home. However, normally you'd use a paper filter. Now what I could have done is I could have actually used an AeroPress filter and put it through the middle, which would have given me a cleaner cup. However, that tends to, of course, drop, or at least extend the amount of time it's going to take for it to percolate, and therefore can actually make it a little bit more intense as well. So let's just give that a while to percolate. Actually, what I can do, we can show you what's really happening here at this stage. So if I did pull that off, you would see that the water is just dripping on through. So what a lot of people have done in the past is they would use a little paper filter, cause a little cone, and we're going to use that to block the spout, which is allowing, stopping any aromas to escape. So let's give that 3 or 4 minutes, or up to 2 minutes now, and see what happens. Okay, so this takes a bit of time. It's not an espresso, but at the moment we've got lots of time, so it's not a problem. So as you can see, I can, if I can lift this top off here, and in here you have all the water just passed on through. So take that out, and you can see that it's finished dripping. Okay, so at this stage, what I'll be able to do is lift off the whole thing, and we put a little bit on there, cup. Now I find that with the lid on, it doesn't pour very well, so you are better off actually taking, in fact it already causes a bit of a suction, you're better off pouring without the lid. Cheers. Actually it's not bad. It's a lot cleaner than I thought it was going to be as well. It's a well extracted cup of coffee.